Greetings, Gothlings. Welcome to gothgirljournals. It's Mina here. Thank you so much for joining me. This is day 4 of Creep on June, hosted by the lovely Tracy Fox. Let's get crafting. Before I start, I have to point out that I was heavily inspired by Jody over at Jody Lewis Creations. I'm going to link her down below, and the way she did her day 4. Today's prompt: oh, broken is the golden bowl. Let the bell toll. A saintly soul floats on the Stygian river, the mystery which binds me still. This is the poem Lenore. I believe it's a 4-verse poem, and the 3rd verse is what inspired my make today. It talks a lot about Lenore's eyes and how they look. They kind of look like the deadest part of her when she's dead. This one's a bit of a doozy, this poem. So this was the given ephemera, and this was the freebie part. It talks about bells, and it talks about a golden bowl, which I've made my own little golden bowl just to hold my tiny ephemera things. I've gone ahead and added this, and I have backed, I love this paper. That's the papers that also came with the kit. So I've gone and backed it with that. This is just coffee dyed paper. And we are going to start by, let me show you all the ephemera that I am using today. So this is just stuff from like a 6x6 paper pad that I got ages ago, and I thought I would use it. I don't even know where I got it from, it was so long ago. I liked that that there was like a nice color match with the turquoise. There's another part of it here, so see where we'll put that. This is from the kit. There's the golden bowl, and this was the part that was inspired by Jody. I have attempted to put some kind of patina rusting. You can't really see with texture all around. This was kind of a thing I made myself. I'll show you. It's random creation, so I don't know what you can see in here, but what I took was I took black gesso, I put in a little bit of PVA glue, I put in quite a lot of baby powder because that thickens it, and then I put in sand, just like children's play sand, and salts, sort of like fine salt and coarse salt, so it made different kind of bumpies. And then I used a little bit of gold, metallic gold paint, acrylic paint, and I used this distress spritz. This is the only thing I have that's kind of got that patinary look, so I thought that would add nicely to the rust effect. So that is what I did today. I'm going to actually do one of the other pieces on camera as well, so you can see how I did it. But yeah, it is a bit chonkier than it was, like difficult to get it on fine, and to show kind of all the little coarse salt bits, and I'm hoping this doesn't fall off. That's why I added PVA glue. But anyways, that's my bowl. Then I've chosen this quote, which is also a Poe quote: "The eye, like a shattered mirror, multiplies the images of sorrow." Yeah, so that's a additional quote. Then some of the other pieces you have seen, I've got a die cut of a crow, I've got the bell here, I've got another little bell, I've got kind of one of those scientific diagrams of the eye, baby bell, skull, and then this is a bit of a gross one for those of you who are squeamish. It's like an eye removal kind of olden day image. And then what I did was, this is going to be Lenore, and I removed her eyes, as you can see, which is very much part of the story. So I'd like to tell you, basically, my story for today is that Poe's love, Lenore, passed away. But him being friends with the likes of Dracula and Dr. Frankenstein, he decides to try and bring her back by doing a ritual. And part of that ritual, for some reason, is to remove her eyes. Don't know the details, but yeah. So these are just some of the little ephemera. You'll see it as we go along. I just want to show you what I did with the eyes. I used glossy accents on them, and then what actually happened was, happy accident, is the glossy accents cracked, so it kind of looks like crackle. As I was trying to cut it out, it just went crack, 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 because I did this last night. It needs about 24 hours to dry, but I actually like it. So those are the balls that we'll be putting into our bowl, along with a few other things. Yeah, what I envisioned here, we can start with the bowl, is I'm going to stick it down here, and this is the part that I am attributing to Jody. We're going to put a bunch of stuff in the bowl, a bunch of flowers and all of that. I think I'm going to use my wet glue to stick this down. I'm going to leave the top of the bowl unglued so that I can tuck stuff into it so that it looks like it is physically inside the bowl. So I'm just going to leave a bit of space there, as you can see. I don't know if you can, it's a bit difficult. And then I'm gluing all the rest, hopefully getting that to stick down. Have yet to find a glue bottle that works nicely. Here we are. So we've got the bowl, and now we are going to fill it with our goodies. We have a heart over here. Okay, this is going to happen. I'm going to stick these corners down afterwards because I think they're going to keep lifting as I'm putting stuff in. So we have a heart. We have the skull was here. We have a skull with the teeth hanging over. Oh, okay, so I can't put the heart like that because there's a fold here. Teeth hanging over. And then I wanted to put another baby heart. This might be like an animal heart, or, you know, some sort of strange thing that he has used for the ritual. I'm seeing now that these are not standing out at all against this background, which is not good. I might have to just back this section.
Lenore. Ah, broken is the golden bowl, the spirit flown forever. Let the bell toll, a saintly soul floats on the Stygian river. And Guy de Vere, hast thou no tear? Weep now, or nevermore.
So we got the heart, we got big heart, we got skull, we got baby heart, and then the eyeballs are going to go like a so. And then what I'm actually going to do first as a background is I am going to put the nice little flowers. I want to make a slight bit of a background just so it's not so boring. I'm going to use Puma Stone.
See on yon drear and rigid bier, low lies thy love, Lenore. Come, let the burial site be read, the funeral song be sung, an anthem for the queenliest dead that ever died so young. A dirge for her the doubly dead, in that she died so young. Wretches, ye loved her for her wealth, and hated her for her pride, and when she fell in feeble health, Ye blessed her that she died. How shall the ritual then be read, the requiem how be sung? By you, by yours, the evil eye, by yours, the slanderous tongue, that did do death the innocence that died, and died so young. Peccavimus, but rave not thus, and let a Sabbath song go up to God so solemnly, the dead may feel no wrong. The sweet Lenore hath gone before with hope that flew beside, leaving thee wild for the dear child that should have been thy bride. For her, the fair and debonair, that now so lowly lies, the life upon her yellow hair, but not within her eyes. The life still there upon her hair, the depth upon her eyes. Avaunt to-night, my heart is light, no dirge will I upraise, but waft the angel on her flight with the paean of old days. Let no bell toll, lest her sweet soul, amid its hallowed mirth.
Now I want to add something real quick to the eyeballs before I stick them down. So let me just turn them this way so I know where the bottom is. So I have attempted to color in little strands of this is what is that thread called? I actually can't remember. It's the one you can take apart and do stuff with, and I keep thinking crochet, not crochet. What was it called? When you have like the squares and then you have the thing in the circle, and I really can't remember. This is so bad. Anyway, so that looks like, you know, those veins that come out the eyes is what I was going for. I know it's going to come to me and then I'm going to suddenly yell it out. Not quilting, not crocheting. I know everybody has devices right now, whatever you're watching me on. I can't, like, for the life of me, I cannot remember what it's called. Open these. There we go. I think I'm happy with that amount. So those are glued on. So now I'm going to put them in the this might be a little bit long. Don't think we need that many. Cross stitch. That's not the name of the thread, but that's what you use it for, cross stitch. And I guess other things as well, maybe not only cross stitch. Going to put this one, I'm just trying to lift it to put it a little bit like under. There we go. Okay, that's number one. I really think these are still too long, so I'm gonna trim them up. Okay, and the next one
Should catch the note as it doth float up from the damned earth.
Let me just give you a closer look. Okay, and then the last thing that's going in there is a raven feather. Just good to use in any sort of spell. Sure, I don't know if I can thin this down. Let me give this a try, because this part is very, very thick.
To friends above from friends below, the indignant ghost is riven.
Let's see if that helped. Oh, big difference. I actually did not expect the difference to be that huge. All right, so I'm going to put some wet glue all over here, and I'll put some along here as well so it sticks down a little bit and doesn't kind of bobble everywhere. Oh, that, okay. All right, one more glance. So we've got that. Now, let's just put all these tiny goodies back in.
From hell unto a high estate, far up within the heavens.
So there's the bell. So what I want to do, I've left this as a pocket, and I've put, I've made a tab with this, it's like this weird paper, sort of like this one. I'm actually surprised my cutter actually cut the tab. So we've got it there. It's clearing the fold now. Okay, so over here we are going to put the, actually let's do this one first. This is going to go over here.
From grief and groan to a golden throne beside the King of Heaven.
There we go. Excellent. Let's give it a bit of a, oh gosh, now I'm gonna be sitting here swapping sponges. Which way? This way. That's really not very centered, but anyway. There we go. That was just a quick one. All right, now I want my I quote. I think I'm going to put it up here. Now let's do this side. I'm over here. Let me just remove this while we're busy there. Over here, I wanted to once again do the stencil of the wall. This one came out really nice. You can see the stone. On here, what I wanted to put was this kind of at a slant, and then put this one. It says admit one, and it's kind of like a masked woman entering another realm. And then did want to put something else here, so maybe, what about Gigantor over here? Actually, I want to put one of these teeny tiny words, which also come from the word search in Tracy's kit. So they are also from the kit. Excuse my reaching. And over here I wanted to put the word macabre because it just matches so well, because this is macabre. Oh, and I've got some spooky cloth which is actually perfect because it looks a bit like gauze. So I'm so far away, you kind of can't even see what I'm doing. There, and then I was going to do something with all of the ones that have all the things that are outlined in gold, like this and this, gilding paste. I like it. Okay. Now we need to put in our main sign. So I want to do that, and then Since it talks about a broken bowl, I cut this bowl to make it broken. So I'm going to stick that in a broken way on here. There we go. Broken is the golden bowl. Okay, on the back here, that one was planned. I have this bell, and this is where I wanted to do that, put a bit of that stuff. The stuff needs to dry once it's put on. So I'm wondering if I should maybe stick the bell. So we have that, we've got the bell there. And then down at the bottom, what I want to do is, that was not my small ephemera, was it? No. So it's like just fussy cut on top, and it's going to go across the bottom here. That looks pretty cool. I like it. This is where Lenore is going. I used that acrylic that I put into my grungy stuff, and it almost has a 3D effect around the frame. Okay, so let's have a quick look. That goes in here, that closes like that, so that will be the cover. I don't know if I'll do this on camera, but I'm going to put a little Velcro dot here and make it close. Let's put the word Lenore. Oh, I like that. It's like inside the bell jar. Cloche. Oh, can my raven fit here? It can. And then I was going to have this postage stamp is carrying Lenore's soul. I've got despair and secrets, which I think I'm going to put on either side of here. I would like to put more of my gauzy stuff. We got that in there. Okay, now here I'm going to do this. I did like a gusset score, so I did it like a double score so that it could have a bit of leeway when it closes, because I knew it was going to be a bit fatter with things like this, and you know, so that was all prepared for. So this is quite dry, which is what you want. All right, so let's put a bit of rust over here. Don't know why this is not coming off my spatula. Ah, there we go. That was too much. There we go. That's about as flat as I can get it. I know you're like, that looks nothing like rust. It just looks like gross black stuff on the bell. And I would have to agree with you. So I'm just going to do those two little pieces. And then what I do is I put gold separately in here. I just go squeezy squeeze. You can put it on anything. This is what I have in front of me right now. So I put a bit of gold, I put it on my spatula, and then I kind of just touch a few of the places, hoping that the gold mixed with the black comes off a little bronze. That's not how colors work, but it is my hope. Okay, so now it's got a little bit of gold. Now I used this spray, this Distress Spritz. The problem is you have to, oh, sorry, that was my dog having a shake. You have to cover up a lot because you don't want to be spraying it like everywhere on other stuff, and that is my fear now. Last time I actually used gauze just to try and cover as much as I can when I'm spritzing this, and then I kind of just leave that little part out, and I'll show you now. You can see the patina, it is working. The gauzy, we need to like, I'm using this because you got to like make a shape around it, so I can't just use plain paper. Oh, perfect. Even a bit too much, but also great. Okay, let me show you up close. So slight patina, slight shine, slight gold, slight grunge. Okay, it's obviously not perfect. It's a work in progress. My mixed media skills are getting there. But I think it's a nice, it adds like a nice little touch, a little dimension. Okay, so basically that's that. And then this side, that's that. This is going to fold in, and then this is going to fold this way. Just put this back in here. This one needs to go back into its hidey hole. There we go. Alright, well, I'd like to thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying what I'm doing. The dangle will be on the picture. I will see you in the next one. Farewell.